This video is going to be a recap video of turning fractions into percentages. Now, when we think about the word percentages, we hear percent, and cent is French for 100. So what we actually mean is per 100, and that's how we're going to find our percentage. So if we take a fraction, in this case 1/2, we want to find what the equivalent fraction is when the denominator is when the denominator is 100. So I want to change my 1/2 into something over 100. So I asked myself the question, how do I get from 2 to 100? How many 2's go into 100? Well, that is 50. I have to multiply the 2 by 50 to get 100. When I'm working with fractions, whatever I do to the denominator, I have to do to the numerator. So if I multiply the bottom number by 50, I have to multiply the top number by 50. So 1 times 50 is 50. So 1 over 2 is equivalent to 50 over 100. And now that I have my fraction with a denominator over 100, I can write this as 50%. 50 per 100, 50%. So let's have a look at some more examples. So the first one, 1 over 4, or 1/4. Remember, I want to make it so that I can get the denominator equal to 100. So 4 multiplied by what gives me 100. How many 4's are in 100? Well, that's 25. So 4 times 25 gives me 100. Whatever I do to the denominator, I must do to the numerator. So I get 1 multiplied by 25, which gives me 25. So 1/4, 1 over 4, is equivalent to 25 over 100. And then I can write that as 25%. Number 2, 3 over 10. Okay, so again, same setup. I want to get my fraction, my equivalent fraction, over 100. How many 10's are in 100? I have to multiply by 10. 10 times 10 is 100. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So if I multiply by 10 on the bottom, I multiply by 10 on the top. 3 times 10 is 30. So as a percentage, that is 30%. Okay, final one. Sometimes it's not always easy to see how many 8's go into 100. So sometimes I have to do it in 2 steps. So, my 2 steps. I know that 4 goes into 100. So we did that in example 1. And I can turn this 8 into a 4. So 8 into 4, well, that's dividing by 2. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So whatever I do to the bottom, I'm going to do to the top. So I have to divide by 2 as well. So 1 divided by 2, that's 0.5. Okay, now we don't really like to see fractions in this form with a decimal, but it's going to help me get to 100. So now that I know I have 0.5 over 4, I can turn this into something over 100 by multiplying by 25, as in example 1. 4 multiplied by 25 is 100. 4 multiplied by 25 is 100. Whatever I do to the bottom, must do to the top. So I have 0.5 times 25, which is 12.5. So I have my fraction over 100. So as a percentage, this is 12.5%. 12.5%.